In the age of standardization, harmonization, and digitalization, implementing a system like GS1 and the project iTrace was an obvious choice. What was really important was not just an Australian decision. Siemens Mobility has decided to standardize worldwide towards GS1 to really have harmonization of standards, allowing the traceability of the product, to define a common standards for all the manufacturing places across the world. The decision in Australia by the local industry to go towards iTrace has really been a triggering point to accelerate the process for our factory here in Melbourne.
Project iTrace was an important project for us. The first step was to agree on a national product catalog. That was really important to be part of this discussion with our customer, with the industry, to get an understanding of what product need to be part of this iTrace adventure.
We have a large product range, which made it quite daunting initially with identification through GS1 barcodes. It seemed a big challenge to identify everything. Once we updated our data, it was reasonably easy to roll it all out. Project iTrace has brought many benefits to Siemens. As part of our GS1 implementation, we chose to implement our warehouse module in SAP, which doubled the number of transactions through Fiori apps to make the transactions faster and easier. And we've been successful in reducing the time required to transact, even though the number of transactions has doubled. Most importantly, increase the accuracy of our transactions. We're not relying on people entering data anymore, which obviously had some errors. Now you can just scan it in, much faster, much easier, and everybody likes it, which is good.
You can't have in a digital world unless even the products are part of that digital footprint. And GS1 enables that tie-in through to the systems. We recognise the benefits that we get, particularly with asset management, warranties, product returns. All of those parts of the business rely on accurate identification of products. It also removes things like colloquialisms, which occur in a very old industry like rail. So you have one source of truth. It was relatively easy from a PLM and engineering point of view to engage everyone. But we're almost daily in contact with the team at GS1, so we knew what we need to do and how we needed to do it.
Much more information inside the barcodes. You are able to share much more also with the customer. And when the customer are scanning, for example, their barcode, they have access to much more information. It's really a win-win situation where it brings benefits to us, Siemens Mobility, and also for the customer.
Australia is well known for a fragmented market with the different states and different standards. That's a perfect opportunity to uniformize the industry and to get to a similar common understanding of what are the parts that we need for our industry. Embrace that change, embrace that move to the GS1 for the good of the industry.
Get on board and remember that in the rail industry, GS1 is not just a question of warehousing and supply chain. It also has to do a lot with asset management.
My advice to suppliers who wish to take up iTrace would be first talk to GS1 and scope out what you're trying to achieve and how you might do it. I think the biggest indication of how well we went is there is no way I would be able to remove the standards from our warehouse employees. They will not give them back. They will not go back to the old way of doing things.